What if your dream Georgia home came with a $20,000 surprise repair bill and you didn't find out until after you closed on it? I've seen it happen, and today I'm exposing the worst inspection nightmares I've came across here in Middle Georgia and how you as buyer can avoid them. I'm Misha Thompson, your favorite Warner Robins real estate agent, and we're diving into the nightmares right now. Let's start with one problem that hides in plain sight: mold. And stick around with me until the end. I'm going to share one nightmare I've seen cost buyers over $15,000 in one shot. Hidden mold is a silent budget killer. Home Advisor's June 2025 guide shows mold remediation in Georgia averages between $3,500 and $12,000 depending on severity. Often mold lurks behind walls, under cabinetry, or in crawl spaces. Invisible until a moisture meter or air test flags it. Imagine touring a seemingly perfect Perry house only for an inspector to uncover contaminated drywall and insulation. You could face sheetrock removal, structural repairs, and HEPA filtered air scrubbing, all adding up real fast. Buyers must insist on a mold-specific add-on inspection when there is any history of leaks, water stains, or humidity in crawl spaces. Skipping this step can cost thousands and thousands of dollars and jeopardize your family's health. So always request a detailed mold inspection report before you sign on the dotted line if there's a history of leaks, water stains, or humidity. And here's the scary part: mold is just the beginning. Keep watching, because one of these inspection nightmares is something most buyers don't even know to look for until it floods their home. What if that dream home you fell in love with suddenly started cracking apart? That is exactly what can happen when hidden foundation problems go undetected. Foundation repairs in Georgia come with a very steep price tag. The Georgia Foundation Repair Association reports average costs range from $4,500 to $15,000. And to be honest, sellers sometimes mask cracks with cosmetic patching, leaving serious settlement issues hidden. Just imagine walking through a Kathleen home and spotting small hairline cracks at the floor level. Harmless, right? A thorough inspection might reveal voids under the slab, bowing walls, and failing piers. And then if that happens, repair crews would have to come in to jack up the foundation, install helical piers, and waterproof the interior, costing up to $15,000+. And that bill hits the buyer who waived a comprehensive structural evaluation. But please protect yourself by hiring a licensed structural inspector who tests for unusual movement, cracks, and support piers. But at least foundation problems are easy to spot, right? Absolutely not. The next one is invisible until it sparks, and it's a danger most buyers completely miss. Unlicensed DIY electrical work shows up in about 15% of failed Georgia inspections every year. These amateur repairs pose severe fire hazards and typically cost between $2,000 and $6,000 to correct. Just picture this: a beautiful Warner Robins ranch-style home lists recent upgrades, but the inspector finds junction boxes without covers, circuits tied together with duct tape, and live knob and tube wiring still in the property. A licensed electrician must rewire circuits, install new panel, and pull proper permits, and that bill alone can hit up to $5,000. So please, never trust "seller did it himself" notes. Always insist on a full electrical inspection, panel capacity, code compliance, and GFCI testing. The whole home inspection will reveal a lot of those things. It costs between $350 to $550 depending on the size of your home, but it can save you thousands of dollars and keep your family safe. And remember, the most expensive inspection nightmare I've personally ever seen is still coming, so stick around. In competitive markets, 20% of buyers who waived inspections in 2024 faced repair bills averaging $7,500 after closing on their new home. Imagine skipping the inspector to win a Bonaire property only to end up with a leaking roof that needs a full replacement that could cost you between $15,000 and $25,000. Without inspection contingencies, you can't renegotiate. That roof repair could have been covered with the seller credit or a replacement before closing. Inspection findings give you leverage, repairs, credits, or price reductions. Skipping them may save time, but it's a gamble that often backfires. And to be honest, the deal you win without an inspection is often the deal you regret the most. Middle Georgia's humid climate accelerates hidden damage in homes built from the 1990s to the 2010s. High humidity leads to wood rot, mold growth, and warped trim. Crawl spaces must be inspected for moisture barriers, venting, and insulation. Local DIY culture means many sellers perform unpermitted renovations. Kitchen and bathrooms often have amateur plumbing that leaks behind walls, and many Warner Robins contractors report a significant portion of their work involves fixing unpermitted renovations from past homeowners. Just imagine a buyer in Perry uncovering an unpermitted bathroom addition with poor flashing and no permits. A full teardown and rebuild could cost $6,000+. So, always verify permits through your county building office and include plumbing, HVAC, and structural inspections in your contract. But humidity and amateur plumbing aren't the only structural threats. There's one modern risk hidden in the walls you're unlikely to spot without deeper digging. And this is the last hidden danger, and some people don't know about it. Here in Middle Georgia, it's very present. Homes built after the 1985s often used polybutylene plumbing. These pipes deteriorate from the inside out due to chlorine and stress, and most inspectors can't detect the damage until a major leak happens. In one recent case, at the whole home inspection, the inspector did call out that plumbing, and we got another quote to replace the plumbing from a licensed plumber, which came out to be $9,000 for a 2,400 square foot ranch style home. Thanks to that catch, we negotiated a seller credit to cover the work. If there's any chance of polybutylene piping in the home, don't wait for a leak. Test it, disclose it, and get quotes before closing. And yes, this is the expensive nightmare that a lot of people don't know, and I mentioned at the start. And why due diligence periods even exist to protect you as buyer. Here are some actionable steps for you buyers out there. First of all, never skip professional home inspections or inspections. Hire a licensed home inspector that does a full-on home inspection and calls out further issues such as foundation issues, electrical issues, mold issues, plumbing issues, and based on that report, you can hire actual licensed professionals for each of them and have them reevaluated during your due diligence period. Second, question recent renovations. Demand contractors' contact information, permits, and warranties. No documentation is a red flag. Third, insist on mold and moisture testing in crawl spaces and near plumbing fixtures if the whole home inspection did indicate some moisture intrusion, water spots, or other issues. Use infrared cameras to detect hidden damp spots. Fourth, Review your inspection report line by line with your realtor and use every issue as leverage to negotiate repairs, credits, or price reductions. And fifth, build inspection contingencies into your purchase agreement with cure periods and the right to walk away. In Georgia, we have that, and it's the due diligence period. So if you see the due diligence period in a contract, that is the time that you have to get a whole home inspection done and other inspections that need to follow after this whole home inspection and any concerns that you might have with the home. These 5 steps are your insurance policy against buying a money pit. So hidden inspection nightmares can cost you big time as a buyer, up to $12,000+ for mold, $6,000 plus for electrical repairs, $15,000 plus for foundation fixes. We have $15,000+ for roof repairs and $9,000 plus for butylene pipe replacement in homes from the 80s to 90s, and an average of $7,500 if you waived your inspection. Please remember, Middle Georgia's humidity, DIY trends, and aging home stock make thorough inspections non-negotiable. Drop your own inspection horror stories in the comments below. I would love to have a conversation with you and hear what issues you had purchasing a home, and of course to help other buyers avoid the same traps. And if you want to see more content like this, buyer tips or homeowner tips, click the playlist right here for more content like this. If these tips could save you thousands of dollars, smash the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more no BS home buying advice. I'm Misha Thompson, your favorite Middle Georgia real estate agent, helping you buy a truly safe, surprise-free home. I'll see you in the next one.